Yes, I'm picking another order in my Bricklink store. Get over it, all right? Nobody's complaining, I don't think. But anyway, I got another one, and we're going to be doing a BrickTsar answer thinking question, and it's directly related to those of you that might be thinking of selling on Bricklink. So this question comes from QWERTY LD, who placed an order, and it's like one of my favorite orders because every single lot he bought the whole drawer. Of course, a lot of them was just one piece, and this is why it's my favorite. Well, everybody's always appreciate when people buy, even if they only buy one piece. But he did a lot of the drawers that only have one piece in them. Those are the hardest ones to sell when it's only got one piece. But the question that we're going to be answering in this BrickTsar answer thingy is, how can you grow a Bricklink store on a small to limited budget? And this question also comes from QWERTY LD. So I'll pick the order and we'll talk about that. All right, so just recently I did a tour, and obviously if you're just starting out to Bricklink, you're not going to have a store of this size. I have about 260,000 pieces. I haven't looked since all these recent orders we've got. And this didn't happen overnight. Actually started in 2004, and it didn't really start growing to this size till about 2012, 2013. And it took a lot of time. So I'll go ahead and start picking this order. Basically every drawer, I just take the whole drawer, and I really appreciate him doing that. See, only one piece in the drawer. I'm just going to set all the drawers here for now. And one thing about selling on Bricklink, it's usually harder to sell a single piece than it is a lot that has a lot of pieces, because a lot of the people that are buying are usually building really massive mocks and things like that, so they need a lot of pieces. So if you're starting a Bricklink store and you have a limited budget, you need to think in terms of pieces that are, one, cheap for you to buy, and two, in demand by people that would be buying. And that can be tricky, because just because something is really on sale on Bricklink, at a store like a Target or Walmart, even the Lego store, Lego Shop at Home, even if it or a great deal, you find on eBay, even if it's really cheap and a fraction of the cost, it's not necessarily great if you're intending to sell some of those items later in a Bricklink store. It's better to get things that are in demand. For instance, you could find a lot of Chima on clearance, even for free, and find that it's very hard to sell. You could find a lot of Duplo that is really, I forgot what number I'm looking at, 2151. A lot of Duplo that's on sale. Very hard to sell at times. Got two in that drawer. All right. So yeah, just because something's a great deal doesn't mean it's great for growing your Bricklink store. So I would concentrate on things that would sell, which includes certain licensed themes. It could be Ninjago, which I guess that's not a licensed theme, but it's popular. Something that's popular. Superheroes, 2014. Star Wars type items. Those are the types of things. So you just look for the deals and you just slowly build your inventory up over time. So no, while you can grow, you will find that it's, for most people, it's a slow process. Now there are some that have grown from 0 to a couple of 100,000 parts in a very short amount of time, but that usually takes a lot of capital. Like, what I mean by that is you got to have like money up front. But I would not recommend going into debt to start a Bricklink store. I would not recommend just buying anything just because it's on sale. Think about what you want to have. And the other thing, kind of view your store or your selling. Think to yourself, if I close my store tomorrow, would I be okay having all these pieces? If I close my store tomorrow, would I be all right with these what are these? What color is this? Bicycle scooter thingies. probably wouldn't be okay with that. But you know, that's the type of things that you got to think of. 2683. So y'all tell me what you think. Are there any shortcuts to grow in a store fast? Well, when I started, I was selling sets that I had got on clearance. And that's probably one of the best ways to get started, is just selling sealed sets, something like that, because that's the most likely that people would buy one of a sealed set. Many times I've bought from people where I just bought one set, but it's not as likely that you would buy one piece, like this flat silver, metallic silver wedge piece. Thank you for buying this, by the way. See, I love this. One or two pieces in most of these lots. 2911. So, but it's interesting. I did something. The main reason I did it in my store was because I wanted to get rid of a lot of pieces, and this order actually qualifies for that, because I used to have a store minimum where you couldn't buy anything unless it was at least $8 or more total. Now you can. There's a small fee to cover for the PayPal fee and the packaging and things like that, because that's why I would never do one below that, because I would actually come out in the negative with that. But as soon as I took the lot limits away, or the minimum purchase away, I started getting more orders that were clearing out drawers, because there were people out there that just needed a couple of pieces, and they were happy to pay the $3 shipping for the piece that they needed. I mean, I've had them as cheap as, I think I've had orders that were like less than 20 cents. But I was like, okay, that's great, but it's a way to get rid of a single piece. Oh, I'm just loving that you did this. Oh, and I should mention, okay, so the other day when I did the video, there were a bunch of things on the table, and this was about 3 things high, and it was filled with multiple parts. So I filled every one of those drawers up. I took all the drawers up there while I was watching the football games. I was watching Georgia play and some other college football teams. And so I got almost all of the Millennium Falcon parts in drawers. And I ran out of drawers. I filled them all up. So I just had these individual pieces like this. And thanks to QWERTY, after I get all these pieces into his package, I will be able to put the rest of these. Now, some of these parts down here actually go to a middle beard sea cow that I parted out. I actually needed some of the parts from that set, but we are so close to having all of the parts for the Millennium Falcon either in my store, sold, or I took them because I needed them for something else. So I'm really excited about that. All right, 3165. 3165. Right there, one wedge. Oh, this is great. 3197. 3197. Right there. One of those hinge pieces there. We got 3589. It's going to be way down here. 3589. Oh, you know what I did today? So I'm gonna take a break in the middle of this PABLO. So I'm pretty much finished with the question. So let me know in the comments below what you think are ways to grow a channel on not a channel. I'm thinking of YouTube again. To grow a Bricklink store on a limited budget. Of course, clearance, buy things that people want, and time. I think those are the 3 biggest things to think about. But y'all let me know in the comments below. So today, I actually went to Six Flags. My son and we had to renew our season passes for next year because we wanted to get them. And I haven't rode the new Cyclone, so I did get to ride the Twisted Cyclone today. And I'm going to show you, hopefully be sharing a picture of that. If not, oh well. But that's what we did today. Had fun riding that. Only got sick a couple of times. But my son and I had fun doing that. So I do other things besides picking Bricklink orders, but it's been, thanks to you guys buying. I definitely think most of the people, over half of the people that are buying from my store right now are actually watching these YouTube videos. So shout out to you. Got that one. 3705. 3705. 3705. Got one of those. Oh, I'm just loving that he did this for me. We got drawer 498. It's close by over here. 498. There he got. Oh, I just put these in. I actually literally just put these in right before he placed the order. Those bushings, they were in one of these trays yesterday. So thank you for getting those. Drawer 55. This is one that I don't think I've picked in a long time. Anything out of this drawer. It's this little. I think this is one of those where somebody bought like 17 of them and they left one. Little hollow dome thing. 584. 584. Sometimes I have in the past with some of these single part lots just taken the part out of my store if I didn't think it would ever sell. 955. But I really thank QWERTY LD. This is helping out so much. All right, we only got a couple more. This is probably the neatest part in this lot, or in this order, is that. It's a printed tile. What is this from? So red lights, limelight, bars, and button. Set 70504 is what that's from. And one more, we got a wedge that's in tray 4, which is one of these trays right here. He's got the red. And you know what? I think I just put this in. I did. I think this came from the Millennium Falcon. So, QWERTY, that piece there was in my Millennium Falcon. And I think some of these others were as well. That might have been in the Millennium Falcon. I think you got some Millennium Falcon pieces. Congratulations. All right, so he freed up all those drawers. Awesome. So I think that'll get me to where I'll have at least this tray empty. And then I'll start on some of those Metal Beard Sea Cow. I never finished fully parting out Metal Beard Sea Cow. I just needed some parts for some other things that I was building. So that was just some of the bags that I opened. But anyway, that is my Pablo. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, QWERTY LD, for this amazing order. It will be in the mail tomorrow. We got some more coming. Some have mentioned to me that... Oh, let me stop. It's been kind of weird. I've had some issues today with email. I've had issues with Bricklink not loading. I've had issues with PayPal. And apparently others have had some of these same issues. Now, I don't know if there's a problem with the PayPal payment linking through Bricklink, because I've had one that couldn't place an order. I had one that couldn't pay for an order. And they'll either send me a check or they'll work it out with PayPal later. So if you've had some issues, that does come up from time to time. Sometimes it's directly related to Bricklink. Sometimes it's related to PayPal. Sometimes it's a store setting. And if I have a store setting that's not allowing you to complete the checkout, just send me a message through the Bricklink message, and I'll try to figure it out. I did the one that just messaged me and said they couldn't complete an order. They were in the United States, so that shouldn't be a problem. I know there are certain countries that I could possibly ship to that maybe I don't. It could be something like that, or there's not a shipping option available for those countries. But within the U.S., everything should be fine. Of course, if you're ordering something that's 12 ounces or under, you will be able to use first class. But if it's above that, you won't. I don't know if that could be a problem with some. But I just thought I'd throw that in there at the end of this video. And I want to thank everybody for watching. I literally wore this shirt today when I rode the Twisted Cyclone and went to Six Flags. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. These videos are getting weird the more I do them, but thank you so much, everybody. If you're just watching, or if you're placing an order or thinking about placing an order, thank you so much. It's really helping the channel out. It's helping me out. It's helping my family out. My daughter's getting married in a month, so gotta pay for all that. See you guys. Bye. Walking on a blue line. It's a Let's Active song.